Imagine this scenario with me. A child walks into a class holding a small project. The chart is messy, the colors are smudged, and the shapes don't quite fit together. By traditional standards, it's wrong. But the teacher doesn't scold. Instead, she leans forward and asks gently, "Tell me, what were you trying to do?" The child beams, explaining every little detail, the idea, the effort, the dream behind it. That one moment matters far more than crooked lines. The child realizes my work is value. Mistakes are not the end, they are just rehearsals. That is the beginning of self-reliance, when children are trusted to try, to fail, to learn, and to rise again. Now imagine this. In another classroom, a group of students, they are handed a simple question. How can we make our school green? Some suggest planting trees, others talk about saving water. One child wants to make posters, another imagines a recycling campaign. The solutions may sound small, but look closely. What's really happening? They are learning to see a problem from many angles, to respect different perspectives, to collaborate without losing their own ideas. This is independence in action. Not memorized facts, not rehearsed answers, but real thinking. Now imagine a different moment. A student sits quietly at back during an exam. She notices a friend cheating. Nobody else sees it, and nobody would ever know if she chose to look away. But she decides otherwise. She chooses honesty, even when it costs her popularity. That choice, the choice to stand alone for truth, is integrity. It is the quiet backbone of self-reliance. Because true independence is not just about having freedom, it's about using that freedom with responsibility. Now, one last scenario. A boy enters a sport competition. He trains really hard, but on the day of the race, he slips and loses. The crowd laughs and he feels humiliated. But his coach tells him, "Tomorrow we train again, and tomorrow you try again." And he does. Slowly, he builds resilience. He learns that setbacks are not dead ends, but starting points. The boy carries this lesson with him, not only in sports, but in every challenge life throws his way. This is emotional self-reliance. A nation isn't really built by bricks and borders. It's built by the questions its children dare to ask. A future isn't carved out by factories and funds. It's shaped by the confidence with which young voices rise. If India must truly be Atmanirbhar, self-reliant, then our journey does not begin in boardrooms. It begins inside classrooms. Because it is here that independence is rehearsed. It is here that resilience is born. And it is here that tomorrow's India first learns to stand tall. Self-reliance begins with small things. When children are trusted to make choices, whether it's which book to read, which project to attempt, or even which mistake to own, they start learning responsibility. They realize every choice has consequences. Every mistake is not a failure but a stepping stone. Discipline at this point stops being about punishment. It becomes the habit of doing the right thing even when no one's watching. And when students are asked to sign their work with pride, they learn that ownership always comes with accountability. True independence is born when we give them the courage to question. Education is not about repeating yesterday's answers. It's about shaping tomorrow's questions. When children are taught to look at issues from different perspectives, they stop obeying blindly. When we bring real-world problems into classrooms, they just stop preparing only for exams and start preparing for life. When we encourage them to take creative tasks, knowing they might fail, they begin to grow into innovators. And when we ask them not just about what they decided, but also about why they decided that way, they learn the art of reflection. But independence is fragile without integrity. Self-reliance means doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. It means cultivating patience and perseverance through delayed gratification. It means keeping a journal, using it as a mirror to look inward and build self-reliance and self-awareness. It means recognizing that if my independence matters, then yours must too. And above all, it means courage. The courage to stand for truth, even when it's unpopular. This is the kind of strength India needs. Practical skills also matter as much as values because they shape how young children navigate both life and nation building. Financial literacy can make them wise managers of resources, while time management and clear communication give structure and voice to their independence. Teamwork teaches collaboration without losing accountability, and adaptability ensures they thrive in an unpredictable world. Alongside all of these, emotional strength is very important. Resilience turns setbacks into beginnings, empathy makes independence shared, conflict resolution builds maturity, stress management keeps them steady, and small success moments fuel confidence. Together, these habits grow into a bigger vision. Students who think like innovators, they live with sustainable habits, master technology as a tool, balance global awareness with local pride, and carry curiosity as lifelong learners. Atmanirbhar Bharat will not rise only from policies and plans. It will rise from classrooms where children are free to think, to question, and to dare. It will not be built by memorized answers, but by reflective voices that ask why and what next. Self-reliance is not just standing tall in the world's eyes, it is standing tall in one's own. And when our students learn to choose, to question, to reflect, to create and to care, then India will no longer wait to be led. It will lead itself. That is the India I dream of, and that is the power of education. And it begins with us today.